Everyone, welcome back to In the Alley. My name is Cody. I'm glad you guys are back for another video. The second half of the Saturday Week 14 recap on tap. Two later kickoffs, Iowa, Vegas, Northern Arizona, Tucson. Let's jump in. Later slate of games kicking off here. We start in Vegas. It is going to be the first play from scrimmage. James Cahoon looking deep down the field. He's got Jalen Bracey wide open. Cuts inside to the left side, takes it 28 yards for the score. Not too much long after that, it's going to be Vegas doing their best impression. It's going to be Jaden Delora over the middle. It is going to be caught by Quentin Randolph. Tied game. Back and forth we go here. Cahoon's going to take the snap, flip it forward. Jalen Bracey is going to shake a tackle, make his way to the sideline. He's not going to be pushed into the wall. Not pushed into the wall. Spin his way into the end zone as Iowa takes the lead back. Ensuing kickoff, however, it's going to be Antonio Wimbush taking this on the hop. He's going to see the lane. He goes to the right sideline. He's going to beat Gabriel Rui. It is a 47-yard kickoff return to tie it back up. Crazy first quarter here. Barnstormers have the ball back. Cahoon throws it to Bracey once more up against the sidelines. Not pushed into the wall once more. Ball pops out. Bryce Hampton's able to recover it. He's going to take it back across midfield and set Vegas up nicely. But it's a turnover on downs. Gabriel Rui and Iowa get the ball back. It is a 29-yard field goal for the Barnstormers to take the lead. Final play of the first quarter, ball at midfield. Simple motion handoff. Antonio Wimbush does the rest of the work. 25-yard touchdown rush. Start of the second quarter here. Iowa's going to answer back. Cahoon's going to air this one deep. Caleb Hood between two defenders and in at 24-21. Vegas answers the bell once more. Men in motion. Pump fake for Delora. Throws to the right side. CJ Wyndham wide open. He goes in for a 13-yard score. Iowa's turn to answer back as we just go back and forth here. Cahoon from his end zone. He's going to get stripped by Claude Davis. Picked up by Adam Plant. Vegas scores. And then it's all Vegas from here. Delora 9-yard touchdown pass to Quentin Randolph to extend the lead. And then under a minute to go here, Vegas has the ball back, 42-24. Delora is going to air this out. Mike Kerrigan, 35-yard touchdown reception. Vegas gets the ball to start the second half, and mama, there goes that man again. Here comes Antonio Wimbush, taking the second half kickoff, fighting through the defense, beating Gabriel Rui once more for another kick return touchdown. Do you want more Antonio Wimbush highlights? You got him. Delora looking to the left side. Wimbush along the sideline. Cuts inside. Jukes a defender. Takes it all the way in. 21 yards. Trying to stop the bleeding here. Game well in hand for the Nighthawks, but a pass over the middle to Bracey. He goes across the goal line and scores the touchdown. Former Barnstormer, though, Antonio Wimbush, taking it to his former team. Another touchdown for him. 13-yard rush. To the fourth quarter we go, 13 minutes to play. Cahoon looking to the right side. He has Caleb Hood, who cuts inside, takes it in for an 11-yard touchdown. Vegas will respond right back. It's going to be men in motion, and Jaden Delora on an RPO keeper, bootleg style pump fakes, takes it in from 9 yards out. Everything's just kind of a formality at this point. Cahoon throws over the middle. It is intercepted by James Caesar. The highlight will show a pick six. There's a penalty that negates it. It's still an interception for the Nighthawks, however. And then Iowa will score a final touchdown, but we'll end it here 82-46 on the huge pass to Randolph for the score. Final game for Week 14's Saturday slate. Tucson and Northern Arizona renewing their rivalry. Caleb Lowe getting the start. He's going to throw it over the middle. The route is jumped by Brian Murray as he picks it off and takes it across midfield. And then with less than 6 to play, Tucson works their way in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Devontae Sapp Lynch crosses the plane to start the scoring. Northern Arizona facing a 4th and 4 on their next possession. Caleb Lowe sends his men in motion. He looks. He can't find anyone open. He steps up in the pocket and promptly goes down for a sack. Less than 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Handoff to the left side. Jameis Williams has a lane as he jumps on top of the Dashers to extend that lead. Wranglers make their way downfield, but the drive stalls out. Michael Hall on for a 25-yard field goal. It is up, and it is good. 9 minutes to play here in the first half. Wildcat formation. Larry Harrington takes it in from 2 yards out. Wranglers facing a 3rd and 11 backed up to their own 1-yard line. Caleb Lowe can't find anyone. It is strip sacked. John McMullen, fumble, recovery, touchdown in the end zone. And then 4 minutes to play in the first half, just trying to get anything on the board. It is a pitch out to the flat. Nolan Susel takes it in from 10 yards. At the 1-minute warning, 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for the Sugar Skulls. Wildcat formation. Larry Harrington doing what he does best, takes it up the middle, 6 points and in for Tucson. And then less than 10 seconds to play, 34-10 your score, back to the end zone pass. Deshaun Stoudemire has it. They score. It won't be the last points of the first half because we've got some wackiness. The ensuing extra point is blocked, and then it is eventually picked up by someone from Tucson. It's going to be picked up by Tariq Bracy. Cameraman, pan up, please. We got a play going. It's Tariq Bracy taking it back for a 2-point conversion. Start of the second half here. Sugar Skulls have the ball. It's a low botch snap. It's going to be Reyna eventually getting sacked down by the Wranglers. And then just a play later, it's going to be Reyna sending his men in motion. He's going to look to the right side. It's going to be tipped. It's going to be intercepted. Devaya Gabor with the interception. 12.5 to play with that turnover. It's going to be Northern Arizona sending their men in motion. Ramon Atkins is going to take the snap. He's going to look. It's going to be a 3-yard clear-out route for Arlen Bruce. Then 9.5 to play. Tucson will answer right back. It's going to be Jameis Williams with a cutback up the middle, and he takes it in from 18 yards. Tucson has the ball, first and goal from the 9, 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Handoff to Devontae Sapp-Lynch. He goes across the goal line and takes it in. And then to the fourth quarter we go, 50-24. Atkins throws it to the right side. It's picked up, turns upfield. Arlen Bruce has a 21-yard touchdown. 8 minutes to go in the game, third down and goal from the 5. Reyna's going to throw it to the right side. It's going to be a catch, 5-yard touchdown for Alfonso Taylor. And the Wranglers will score after this, but we'll end it on a Kevin Macias deuce. It's 59-38, your final. All right, so we've seen the highlights, the lowlights, the touchdowns, turnovers, tackles, sacks, anything and everything included. So let's take a look at the stats, dive a little bit deeper into this, try and form some opinions, try and find a narrative or two when it comes to this game and these games with our recaps. Kind of go along with this one. So recap number 1, stats on the face. Let's go. We have an 82-46 victory for the Vegas Nighthawks, and this one was fun in the first quarter, not so much fun for one team in the next 3. But Vegas, they put on a clinic in this, especially quarters 2, 3, and 4. Let's take a look at our game leaders on the left-hand side. James Cahoon, 45 passing attempts. Now, it's not unheard of, but you'll see in a second. 24-45, 303 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Caleb Hood, 1 carry, 2 yards, touchdown. There you go. You can't get much better than that. That's efficiency. Jalen Bracy, your leading receiver, 7 catches, 115 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And then for Vegas, Jaden DeLora, 11 of 15. Pretty accurate for him. 163 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Antonio Wimbush, what a game for him. 6 carries, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. And in the receiving category, if you hear storms, by the way, it is storming its butt off here in Kansas. Receiving leader for Vegas, Mike Kerrigan with 3 receptions, 71 yards, and 1 touchdown. Taking a look at the team stats for both sides, neither team really good on third and fourth down, but for Vegas, they only had 3 third downs all game. Kind of, and you score 82 points, you don't really have a lot of third downs. 2 for 8 for Iowa, 0 for 4 on fourth downs. They were 1 for 1 on field goals, but total yards, fairly even. But you look at that rushing. I think this is the 3rd, possibly 4th time Iowa has had negative rushing yards, and that's just a shame. I mean, I don't know what more you can say about Iowa at this point. We know what they're going to do. 303 passing yards. It's a really good day. Cahoon, really good day passing. This dude takes a lot of hits too, like not just in this game, but in the course of his like IFL career. This dude, like, he is just taking hit after hit, blitz after blitz. So kudos to him. 24-45, just the 1 interception. Really good for him. Penalties favored Iowa, 5 for 28, 12 of 81. Iowa with 3 turnovers, though, 2 lost fumbles, and that 1 interception spoken about before. But overall, it was just a day for Vegas. They didn't need to do too much. After the first quarter, like they had to keep pace with Iowa. Iowa scored in the very first play of the game after the kickoff, and we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, they just kind of kept pace, and then after that, it was just kind of mistakes for Iowa. Vegas scored 27. You see it right there. They scored 27 in the second quarter. The game was over by that point, it seemed. That's pretty much where it was. I mean, just mistakes for Iowa, turnover on downs, stuff like that. Let's take a look at some of the notes and things like that I have written down here. First things first, we have a re-kick of our opening kickoff. James Cahoon, 1 play, 1 touchdown. Jalen Bracy cuts inside. He has a score for the Barnstormers. Jaden DeLora gets the start for Vegas. I thought it would be Jerome Johnson, but DeLora gets the start. Randolph open, falls with the catch into the end zone, touchdown. Bracey isn't touched into a wall, and that's ruled a touchdown. The under bet is dead. Now it's only 14-7, but I knew it was dead. Antonio Wimbush kick return touchdown. Should have bet the over. Peanut punch on Jalen Bracey. He loses the ball. Bryce Hampton recovers for Vegas. Later down the road, Grant Rohach comes in at quarterback. He is promptly sacked. It's 4th down. Rui goes on for a field goal after that and makes it. Antonio Wimbush, 25-yard rush to end the first quarter, rushing touchdown at least. And then, my God, there's just no defense in this game. Cahoon throws it to Caleb Hood for a one-play touchdown. So yet another drive that was just one play for Iowa. Tyler Tate wraps up Kerrigan for a loss. CJ Wyndham open on the sideline. He goes in for a score. This game's just bonkers at this point. It's 28-24 here in the second quarter. Cahoon just keeps taking shots game after game. Keon Williams with a nice catch on that pass. Raheem Harvey with the catch. He's 1 yard short of the 4th down. Vegas takes over on downs. For Vegas, Randolph touchdown back of the end zone, picking on Duffy. He seemed a little gimpy a play or two before that. He was kind of slow to get up after a pass play. 4th and 1 for Iowa, and I don't think they've run it today at this point. It goes incomplete. Vegas takes over on downs once more. Delora chucks it deep, wide open Mike Kerrigan, 27 unanswered points for Vegas. Clock runs out with Iowa trying to set something up before the half. They don't get anything. Antonio Wimbush, start of the second half, has another kick return touchdown. He's going to get special team of the week honors, so that's how you have it. Caleb Hood with a touchdown catch to stop the bleeding. Vegas had 41 straight points. Iowa going onside kick. I get it. I feel it's kind of stupid. You're down 30, so just kind of play it out. But they're going with an onside kick, and all that. Antonio Wimbush has a rushing touchdown, so that's why. Or actually, it's a rushing touchdown at that point. Sorry, I was looking at my notes wrong. Incomplete pass on a 4th down for Iowa again. Rinse, repeat. They just can't do anything with it. Vegas takes over on downs. Further down, Delora bootleg. He has a rushing touchdown. Joe Noden has a catch down to the 15 after a Vegas challenge. Caesar intercepts James Cahoon. Won't be a pick six after some penalties, but still an interception. Jerome Johnson into the game at quarterback now. CJ Jefferson fumbles. Vegas still recovers. Johnson airs it out to Randolph. Touchdown Vegas. Iowa moves downfield. Bracey has a rushing touchdown. And then he promptly gets hurt. I mean, I hope he's okay, but he was kind of down there holding, I think, his leg, if I remember correctly. And then Keon Williams goes down with an injury, so hoping that the wide receivers for Iowa are healthy for this upcoming week. And then Vegas just runs out the clock. And there you have it. It's an 82-46 victory for Vegas. They just controlled it. There's nothing that Iowa really did. They just kind of shot themselves in the foot time and time again, and Vegas just took advantage of it. 41 unanswered points, that's half of their score right there. So there we have it. This one ran a little long, but 82-46, Vegas takes it. Let's go take a look at our second recap. All right, you've seen the touchdowns, tackles, turnovers, sacks, anything and everything included, highlights and lowlights. So let's talk a little bit further into this game, dig a little bit deeper into the stats, form some opinions, some narratives, things like that. Talk about the game a little bit, the game flow and things along those lines. This one wasn't too much of a game. I mean, one team kind of flexed their muscle a little bit and went from there. And that's how it kind of was for both of these later slate games. But stats over the face, let's dive in. We have a 59-38 victory in favor of the Tucson Sugar Skulls. And when you look at that box score at the very, very top, after that first half, you kind of just knew that Tucson was going to take it. 36-16. There's already a 20-point lead at the half, and Tucson just kept pouring it on after that. Taking a look at the game leaders on the left side, Ramon Atkins, 15 of 24, 161 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Arlen Bruce, 3 carries, no yards, no touchdowns. And Deshaun Stoudemire, 6 receptions, 62 yards, and 1 touchdown. Over to the Tucson side, 15 of 13 for Jorge Reyna. Really good day throwing. Only 87 yards. He wasn't throwing it deep. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So he was pretty accurate when he needed to be, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Jameis Williams, 6 carries, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Drew Dixon, 5 of those 13 catches, 49 yards, no touchdowns. Taking a look at the team stats on the right side, 6 for 11 and 1 for 3 on 3rd and 4th down for Northern Arizona. Not a bad day at the office. 4th down could have been maybe a little bit better, but 6 for 11, it's over 50%. It's kind of all I ask. I mean, you're either completing it or you're not on 3rd down, and they were a little bit over, so good for them. 5 for 7 for Tucson. They were pretty good on third down. 2 for 2 on fourth down. Very, very good, 100%. Total yards favored Tucson, but it was fairly even. But it could have favored Northern Arizona. When you take a look just a couple down, -2 yards rushing. Iowa had -2 yards. They only ran the ball 9 times. And I get it, the AI stats and stuff like that. I don't necessarily fully trust the IFL stats this season, but -2 yards, that's just not good. That's not good at all. They could not run the ball. Tucson's defense was pretty smothering when it came to it. Tucson, on the other hand, 109 yards rushing. Pretty much half of that was Jameis Williams with his 2 touchdowns on 6 carries. 23 rushing attempts, so about a fourth of the rushing attempts for Jameis Williams. And that's where you just kind of had the tables turn a little bit. One team was able to run and throw really well. The other team, they threw the ball kind of well. Penalties, roughly the same, albeit Tucson had roughly half of the penalties thrown. Turnovers, Tucson wins that one. Only 1 interception to the, 1 fumble, 1 interception for Northern Arizona. And like I said, the stats won't show it, but this was Tucson's game. Short fields, what have you. It was Tucson's to take over, man. They looked really, really good in this game. John McMullen will be the defensive player of the week. Spoiler alert, if you're watching this now, he already is. But yeah, he was really, really good in this game. Let's take a look at the stats I have written down here. Caleb Lowe, starting for Northern Arizona. That's a little bit of a change of pace when you consider that Ramon Atkins was your leading passer, but there you have it. Brian Murray intercepts Lowe. Sugar Skulls take over. Tucson able to work down the field, couple of first downs. 2 goal line stops from Northern Arizona. Devontae Sapp-Lynch still gets in from a yard. Sugar Skulls get a sack on fourth down. Could be a long game for the Wranglers. Williams picks up a first down for Tucson, moves the chains. Williams goes in for the score. Kick return aided by a face mask for Tucson. Jorge Reyna pressured Sapp-Lynch, catch and reaches across the marker for a first down. Wildcat formation, Harrington takes it up the middle and in for a touchdown. Deshaun Stoudemire just makes it to the 1. Could have been a safety, I think, on the ensuing drive for Northern Arizona. Strip sack on Low. Tucson recovers in the end zone. Game over. John McMullen with that touchdown recovery. That's it. That's the game at that point. Ramon Atkins is now in at quarterback for Northern Arizona. A few drives later, Larry Harrington, Wildcat again. He gets in for another score. Michael Hall has an extra point blocked. It's returned. Deshaun Stoudemire has a catch. Michael Hall on for an extra point. It gets blocked and returned for 2 points by Tariq Bracy. Drew Dixon breaks away from defenders across midfield, setting up Tucson. Reyna throws another interception, but it's not an interception, if that makes sense. Jameis Williams cuts back, has a lane. He goes in for an 18-yard score. Next drive, it's 4th and 12. Atkins looks pressured, throws to a fan. Tucson takes over on downs. Atkins hasn't really run or scrambled too much in this game. That might be a reason why he didn't start. Maybe he wasn't 100%. Alfonso Taylor hauls in a pass. Tucson just pouring it on here. Wranglers able to move the chains a couple drives later. Decent pass plays to get to the Tucson side of the field. Touchdown Northern Arizona has Marlon Cook. Kieran Page ejected for his second unsportsmanlike with just seconds to go, and that's pretty much where we have it. 59-38. Tucson just takes it, man. There was really no second guessing. It did get a little close. Northern Arizona scored out of the second half to make it 36-24, but overall, Tucson after that scored 14 unanswered points and just put it away. So that's where we have it. Let's go take a look at our bets, and we'll get out of here. No, not even close. Vegas almost hit the over by themselves, 82 points. Man, what can you do? But yeah, that was over by the end of the first quarter. I knew it. 'Cause it's sweet, sweet victory, yeah. And that is it for our second half of our Saturday recaps for Week 14, the 2 later kickoffs from the 8:05 p.m. Central Time slate. Not really much else to say. We got the Sunday recap to do with those 2 games, and then we just kind of dive right into Week 15, so hoping to get the recaps out and preview Week 15 in the coming days, so look out for those. But until then, not really much to report. The playoff picture getting clearer and clearer. I'm hoping over the 4th of July break to try and get kind of your mid-season or 2/3 season report cards and stuff like that ready to go. But until then, that's kind of where we stand with it. But yeah, we got one recap left to do, and then we go with week 15, and then there's just about a month left in the season. Like I said, the playoffs they're not set just yet, but they're really close. You probably have 3 teams from each side ready to go, and then you're kind of battling out for that 4th seed. So with that, I'm going to take off here, guys. If you want to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. If you haven't already, it's kind of cool if you do. If you don't, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to take off here, guys. Love and appreciate every single one of you for taking the time to watch this. Till then, I will see you in the Sunday recap, and I will see you along in the week 15 previews that go with that as well. So until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.